Ever wondered what it's like to command a $7 million media empire before turning 40, host your own Fox Nation show, and roll through town in a custom Mercedes-Benz Sprinter that costs more than most people's homes? Cat Timpf has done exactly that. With razor-sharp wit, a no-holds-barred approach to political commentary, and a fearless sense of humor, she's carved out a truly modern career. Now, in 2025, she's not just a frequent face on cable news. She's a best-selling author, a podcast pioneer, a social media provocateur, and the proud owner of a stunning minimalist mansion in Detroit. Let's take a deep dive into the story behind the headlines and follow the journey of how Cat Timpf built her brand, her fortune, and her life. Cat's story begins in Detroit, where she was born on October 29, 1988. From an early age, she showed a knack for communication, a talent she honed at Hillsdale College in Michigan. Graduating magna cum laude with a bachelor's degree in English in 2010, she left campus fully armed with writing skills and a classical education mindset that would later underscore her conservative commentary. But rather than fade quietly into academia, she jumped headfirst into the real world of media. Her first stops included campus reform at Oregon-Arlington, where she exposed bias in higher education, and a digital reporter gig at the Washington Times, where she sharpened her news analysis chops. Even NASA's Third Rock Radio got a dose of her curiosity when she anchored space and science news, and a stint at Total Traffic Network in California taught her how to deliver urgent updates on tangled freeways. In 2012, she won the Robert Novak Journalism Fellowship, researching how Californian policies ripple across America, an early sign that she could tackle big topics with both depth and flair. By 2015, Cat had found her breakthrough on Fox News as a panelist and occasional co-host on the late-night satire program Gutfeld. More than just another talking head, she brought a perfect blend of stand-up timing and political insight, quickly becoming a fan favorite. Clips of her quipping with Greg Gutfeld, cracking wise on Fox and Friends, and trading barbs on Outnumbered, and The Five began to circulate widely online. Her style was refreshingly candid. She would grin and say exactly what she thought, whether it was skewering hyperpartisanship or mocking the latest pop culture craze. Viewers loved her fearless delivery, and the network loved her growing ratings. Not content with television alone, Cat branched out into digital platforms. In 2016, she started writing for Barstool Sports, adding edgier content to her portfolio. That same year, she launched The Cat Timpf Show, a freewheeling podcast where she interviewed friends, political figures, comedians, and anyone with an interesting story to tell. Unlike tightly scripted news segments, her podcast felt unscripted and unpredictable. One episode, she might dissect a Supreme Court ruling. The next, she'd share a hilarious personal anecdote about living through a Michigan winter. By 2018, she was co-hosting the Fox News radio podcast Tyrus and Timpf alongside former wrestler Tyrus, where their easygoing chemistry kept listeners tuning in for politics, pop culture, and inside jokes. In 2023, Fox even entrusted her with a weekly comedy slot on Saturday nights, cementing her reputation as the network's go-to for laughter and late-week analysis. While Cat was conquering the airwaves, she was also writing books. In April 2023, she released You Can't Joke About That, an unapologetic exploration of comedy, free speech, and the cultural minefields of today's world, and it shot straight onto the New York Times bestseller list. Not content to rest on her laurels, she followed up in September 2024 with I Used to Like You, until another collection of essays that blended pointed social critique with her signature humor, and it too became a bestseller. In between book tours, she earned a coveted spot on Variety's New Power New York list, an acknowledgement of the fresh influence she was exerting across TV, print, and digital media. Of course, with high visibility comes controversy. In November 2015, a playful jab at Star Wars superfans spiraled into a social media firestorm, complete with angry fanatics and even death threats. Many would have caved to criticism, but Cat doubled down on her satirical instincts, responding on air with the same irreverent humor that got her in trouble. That incident crystallized her public image. She would not be intimidated by outrage mobs or cancel culture mobs, and neither would her fans. Behind the glitz of television studios and sold-out comedy tours, though, Cat's success translates into real-world assets. According to multiple industry trackers, her combined earnings, TV and radio salaries, book advances and royalties, speaking fees, and podcast sponsorships have built her net worth to around $7 million. A significant portion of that wealth is invested in real estate, most notably her flagship home, a $4.5 million modern estate in her hometown of Detroit. Step inside and you'll find a minimalist living room bathed in natural light, polished concrete floors, and carefully curated white furnishings that scream sophistication. Her gourmet kitchen boasts top-of-the-line appliances, custom cabinetry, and a tucked-away breakfast nook where she drafts monologue jokes and books chapters over coffee. The master suite is an oasis of calm, with blackout drapes, plush bedding, and a serene color palette. A dedicated home office, lined with framed journalism awards and dual monitors, serves as mission control for her writing and research. The spa-like bathroom features a freestanding tub, steam shower, and heated floors, an indulgent retreat after a day of filming. Outside, an infinity-edge pool glints next to a fire pit lounge and perfectly manicured lawn, all secured by smart home tech and automated gates that underscore her preference for privacy and peace of mind. When she's not hosting or writing, Cat cruises around in a small but lavish car collection. Her centerpiece is a 2025 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter conversion, valued at roughly $455,000. It's roomy enough for a mobile office, complete with plush leather seats, built-in Wi-Fi, and power outlets, yet refined enough to feel like a luxury lounge on wheels. For more conventional outings, she opts for a Mercedes-Benz S-Class sedan, around $115,000 to start, a vehicle that combines cutting-edge infotainment, heated and ventilated seats, and a Burmester sound system worthy of any red carpet event. Rumor has it she also keeps a stealthy Range Rover Sport on standby for Michigan's snowiest days, but she rarely talks about it, preferring instead to let the Sprinter do most of the talking. Cat's personal life has become almost as compelling as her on-screen persona. Raised Catholic, she left the faith at 17 and now identifies as a libertarian, fervently advocating individual freedom and limited government intervention in both social and economic spheres. She's transparent about her fluid approach to relationships, openly discussing past romances with both men and women, and urging a broader dialogue about love and identity. In August 2020, she met Cameron Frisia on the exclusive app Raya. By May 1st, 2021, they were married in an intimate ceremony. Their relationship remains mostly private, though in July 2020, they surprised fans by announcing they're expecting their first child. Home videos show the couple laughing over takeout in that cozy kitchen nook, walking their dog through Detroit's neighborhoods, and stealing quiet moments at the pool after a long week on set. It's the perfect counterbalance to her public persona, authentic, grounded, and full of real-world joy. Despite her everyman appeal, Cat also leverages her platform for good causes. In 2024, she partnered with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, designing special t-shirts to benefit families of fallen veterans. Whether she's on stage at a Young Americans for Liberty conference or modeling charity merchandise in a fundraising video, she makes clear that influence comes with responsibility. Her fans admire this side of her as much as her punchline prowess. From a suburban Detroit childhood to a Hillsdale magna cum laude, from the chaos of newsroom assignments to the bright lights of Fox Studios, Cat Timpf's journey reads like a blueprint for how to thrive in 21st century media and still keep your sense of humor intact. She's weathered threats, courted controversy, and mastered every medium she's tried, yet her brand remains unmistakably hers, candid, clever, and unafraid. As 2025 unfolds, she's not slowing down. Whether she's signing book deals on camera, recording a podcast episode in a luxury van, or enjoying a quiet evening by her pool, Cat Timpf proves that a fearless approach and a killer punchline can pay off in more ways than one. If you've been watching, laughing, and learning along the way, you already know she's just getting started.